Ah, it's good to be back. Alright, welcome back to some more Pokemon Emerald. Hopefully you guys had fun with Rando back when he did the Champion in the Elite Four. So, at this point, we are going to be doing post-game stuff. I know it's been a little while since he did his part. I needed some time to finish up other projects and try and find the energy to do the rest of this. But I finally started back up on it. This episode, we are going to be doing probably the most annoying part of the post-game, and that's the Regis. So, and the only reason why I say that is because the stipulations to getting the Regis are aren't very clear. I'm not really sure how they expected, kids back in the early 2000s to figure this out without using the internet, but anyways. So, as you saw there on the TV, there is a mysterious Pokemon flying overhead over the region, and your mother asks you if it's red or blue. That Pokemon that we didn't quite catch on there is actually, depending upon which color you choose, Latios or Latias. I went with Latias. It doesn't really matter one way or the other. It's kind of up to you what you want to do. So, yeah. Unfortunately, you cannot get both in a single save. So, it's quite unfortunate. And after you leave your house, you're greeted by the professor. He updates your Pokédex to be the World Dex, which I'm not quite sure if you can transfer between Gen 2 and Gen 3, but seems a little unfair to essentially say, congrats, now go and complete the World Dex when you don't actually have access. So we are, I'm trying to remember which route this is, but it's like right near the, I think it's Sutopolis or something, the one that you have to go underwater to get to. Unfortunately, I have a rappel on at the moment, so we're not running into anything. But here is the first thing that we need to do in order to catch the Regis. So, you go underwater, and you have to swim around in the kelp to find a Relicanth, which is a necessary Pokemon. I'm not really sure where it says that you need to have this Pokemon, but it is required, unfortunately. Ooh, a Chinchou. I don't know if we've seen one of these yet so far. Rando might have saw them while he was doing this. Or Randonium Games, I think is the name of his channel now. Try and we'll try to remember that from now on, but hopefully we can find one of these things here soon. Ooh, Clamperl. So this Pokemon can evolve into one of two things. I think it's dependent upon the gender of the Pokemon. So, depending upon if it's female or male, you'll get a different Pokemon when it evolves. Eventually, we do find a Relicanth. It takes a little while, but first go ahead and paralyze it, just so we don't have to worry about, or just so we can get that status effect. And I'm going to switch into our Skarmory here, just because it's lower leveled and has a few moves that won't immediately take it out. Swift is a good one. There is one move that you can have that would probably be the best against for trying to catch a Pokemon, and I'm blanking on the name right now, but it lowers... Also, I want to know how this works. We're underwater. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to have your Pokemon able to even battle if they're not water-type Pokemon, but whatever. I know it's dangerous to bring logic into a Pokemon game, but... anyways, the move will never knock out a Pokemon. It will only ever take it down to 1 HP. But Swift is a good alternative since it's a fairly weak move. But now Skarmory is asleep, so we're just going to try and catch it at this point. Dive balls work pretty well. These are best used on Pokemon that are underwater. And that way we don't have to waste our Ultra Balls on this particular Pokemon. Honestly, not too bad, all things considered. It's probably one of the easier Pokemon that we catch in this episode. Alright. So Relicanth is based off of an actual fish that was once believed to be extinct, thousands of years ago. But scientists found in the Indian Ocean, I want to say. Alright, so here's the more annoying one. This is Wailord. You need Wailord to unlock the Regis. Wailord has a 1% chance find rate on Route 129. I remember that one. The other option is to catch a Wailmer in one of the towns and then get it to level 40. So, yeah, I chose this because this was far less annoying. I mean, well, I shouldn't say that, because it was pretty annoying to catch this thing, but finding it is honestly the hardest part. And if you're doing this on an emulator, I would suggest making a save after you find it, just in case, you accidentally knock it out, because that happened on one occasion, and I was pretty upset. Because I don't want to risk, and Swift actually did a fair amount of damage to this one, so... I'm not going to bother giving Wailord or Relicanth nicknames. Alright, so now we need to make our way to the one town that we have not visited yet so far. Thankfully, we can just kind of skip most of these trainers. Well, you guys get to skip most of these trainers. I was not quite as lucky. That's such... It doesn't look like he should be going this way. And of course. It's like, god damn, come on, I just want to get to down. we're literally right here, too. I think that was the most annoying part, but anyways. So, I think it's called Pacific Log Town. Obviously based off of... Well, I don't know if there's really something it's based off of, but I think this old guy here tells us that the inhabitants of the town sailed here and pretty much lived and died on their boats. So I think this is supposed to be similar to like a Polynesian culture here in this town. I'm good, but thanks. Okay. So, I went ahead and grabbed our Wailord and our Relicanth. And now we are going to journey off into the ocean. So, you can't actually come to this town from the other side. You do have to... You have to come from the east side. You can't come from the west side, because all these rapids are going west. So if you make a wrong turn, you're going to have to fly back to Pacific Log Town and hope that you get it right again. So the way that I am going is the correct way. There might be a few other possible routes, but this is the way that I found to do it. So, here, need to dive. I do give Surf and Dive to the other two water Pokemon because I didn't want Swampert in our party at the moment because of the Pokemon that I need to have in order to take on the Regis, even though I didn't realize that the Regis are not actually here. This is just how you unlock their caves. So you need Wailord in front and Relicanth in the back. Again, I'm not quite sure what tells you about this. Probably these things, but I have no clue what those say. And again, I'm not really sure how they expected kids in the early 2000s to figure this out. So, and you also need a Pokemon that knows Dig, which... again, it's just... These things are such a pain to get, and probably most people's least favorite part of this. Of the post-game stuff. Open somewhere far away. More like 3 doors opened, but... Anyways. We are now back in Lava Ridge. So we're going to come down here. Go not this way, but north into the desert. And hey, the Mirage Tower is here. I think we're going to go ahead and go in here since we didn't do this before. Alright. So you need to have the bike. You need to be quick. If you try and go on those by walking, you will fall right through. You need to be on the bike, and you need to be going fast. Don't need to go north. That's really the only challenge of this place, is that small section. Because you don't have to do it for any others. I was curious if there was like anything over on that side, and there's not, and that's kind of a jerk move. A Trapinch. I can't remember if we saw one of these in the desert, but here we go. If you want a Flygon, there you go. I imagine you have to be able to find them in the desert, because, spoiler alert, as soon as we take one of these fossils up here, the tower will collapse and you won't see it again. So we could take either the root fossil, or the claw fossil. I don't remember what the names of the Pokemons are, but we fought... I think Rando might have fought the trainer, one of the Elite Four members that had both of them, or at least one of them. Alright, so bye-bye Mirage Tower, and bye-bye other fossil. It didn't even land in, like, quicksand or anything. Yeah, don't stand in that spot for very long, because otherwise you'll get attacked again. Come down to this rock formation down here. Interact with this. Now, I believe what you have to do is you have to go over and down. Like that. Pull out a Pokemon with Rock Smash and use it. Again, I have no clue what stipulates this, but there you go. So, let's make sure that Manectric is in front, because Regirock, though usually Rock and Ground kind of go together a lot, but Regirock is pure Rock type, so he is still susceptible to Shockwave, or Thunder Wave. Now, obviously you could put him to sleep or freeze him, but Paralyze is perfectly fine. So we'll start off with a Spark, just to get his health down a bit. And then we'll go ahead and switch over to Skarmory, since Skarmory is a bit closer to the same level and has Swift, which should be pretty ineffective against Regirock, so it'll make it a little easier. And yeah, unfortunately this is the song and dance of dealing with the Regis. And unfortunately the Regis are kind of annoying to catch. I'm sure it goes for all of the legendaries, but I would not recommend doing all three of these guys at once, because it is monotonous, to say the least. Thankfully, you guys do not have to sit through all of it, because, yeah, I had to reload once or twice with all three of them, because I was starting to run out of Ultra Balls. One more Swift should do it, and yep, he's down to the lowest amount of health that I can get him. Let's go ahead and switch into someone, probably Swampert. Yeah. Okay, time for the fun part. Think we can get in 20 Ultra Balls? I say we definitely can. Especially since I already know. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, this is unfortunately the name of the game, and this is why I was kind of not looking forward to doing the post-game stuff for this, but I wanted to do it just to finish off the series, you know, give it a proper, well, I mean, it was a proper conclusion, Randonium's channel, but, you know, you can't call it finished without catching the legendary, right? And unfortunately, the Regis are considered legendaries in this game. I'm not quite sure how we're going to do Regigigas in the next game. I guess I'll have to figure out some way to get the Regis in, just so we can catch it. Come on, Regirock, stop being a cheese. Or tease, not cheese, sorry. It's been a long day, okay. Got a haircut today. I mean, it was a good day, for the most part. This part was a little annoying, but, you know. Have to make sure to try and get this done before tomorrow, since tomorrow's when the episode is supposed to go up. Come on. Regirock. Stop being a jerk and get in the Pokeball. I have to do 2 more of you. Well, your brothers or siblings, whatever. I am actually curious what the lore is behind the Regis. Like, what exactly created them? Why are they here? Because, like, the 3 dogs in Gen 2, they were Pokemon that died in the tower, in the burnt tower or whatever. And I think Ho-Ho brought them back. And basically gave them godlike powers. Or strength or whatever. So that was like the origin of those, but I wonder what the origin of the Regis are. I'm sure it's explained somewhere, but... Alright. Come on. God damn it. Regirock, I'm very disappointed that you will not get in my Pokeball. Make me run out of Ultra Balls here. Come on. I need to cooperate. I got 2 more Regis still have to do for this part. Trying to remember how long this actually took. Let me check here. Alright. We obviously have to name it after truly one of the greatest, or one of the most actors of all time, and wrestler, and meme of all time. The Rock. Yep. Alright. So, the entire catching of the Regis took me about an hour and 15 minutes. That's for all 3 of them, and obviously including all the travel in between. So you need to come to the middle of the room for this one. And the game finally did it. It finally forced me to teach someone Flash. I'm sorry, Rando, but I had to give you Flash. Not even you deserve to have to learn Flash, Rando. Alright. So, yep, this is Regi Steel. Pretty much the same exact thing as Regi Rock, except it's Seal type. It doesn't change our strategy at all, but we do use Manectric one extra time, I think. Again, do not do all three of these in quick succession. It's not worth it. It's not. It's not worth your sanity. I think we can get one more bite in. I think the most annoying part is the fact that they all have the same exact attacks. Like, granted, at least you know what you're doing, what you're up against, but still. Swift. I think we can get one more Swift in for making it faint as long as it's not a critical. Okay. I think of the three, Regi Steel was the least annoying to catch, but obviously I don't think... I think that was purely because of luck. I think the thing that bothers me the most with, like, trying to catch these Pokemon is there's no build-up to the actual catch. Like, and what I mean by that is, like, you don't start off with nothing, and then you get a 1, maybe go back to nothing, then get, like, another 1, and then maybe, like, a 2, go to a 1, and then to a 3, and finally catch it, or something like that. It just feels so random whether or not you get any click, or any pulses, or whatever. And it feels very purely like just a game of chance, which I don't like. Because, like, I mean, we had a 3 back there. Like, one of the first ones with a 3. And then we've been getting nothings. Ugh. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I'm sure most people probably feel similar to me with that. The more that you do it, the less they should be resisting, I feel. I mean, it's pretty much at less than 5 health at the moment and paralyzed. It shouldn't be putting up that much of a fight. This might be the one. Yep. And yeah, so that's Regi Steel. And of course, we are going to name this after, well, we can't name it after one of the worst teams in Major League Football, because we already have that name on our in our Pokemon list. But we are going to name it something similar, the Steel. Alright. Now we are back near Petalburg. Yeah, that's it. Alright. We need... trying to find our Max Repel, just so we don't have to deal with a bunch of random encounters. So, what we need to do is not go north, we need to go south. Trying to avoid dealing with trainers right now, because I just don't really feel like it. I was half expecting him to turn up. And here is the third and final cave, which holds... well, obviously it holds Regi Ice, but... so, for this one, there's no special moves that you need. You just need to walk along the outside. There's our repel, it just wore off, which is fine. And there we go. I like how all of them have different starting animations based off of the eyes that they have. So this is Regi Ice. This one ended up being probably the most annoying one to catch. I think just because I kept getting unlucky. It was definitely the biggest tease, because of all of them, it was the one that gave me the most threes, but never clicked. And as I said, I did cut out some of it, just because, one, I needed to, and two, I was running out of Pokeballs and needed to retry. Because, yeah, these things, unfortunately, eat up a lot of Ultra Balls. This is no Pokemon Red catching Mewtwo on the second Ultra Ball. Still one of my proudest gaming achievements, and obviously you can check that one out on the end card, but... well, no, not on the end card, but I think I have it in the description or something, probably. Maybe. I don't remember. It's been... I gotta remember what we were doing for this. Anyways. Come on, stop breaking through. Breaking free, Regi Ice. It's not cool, but it's... Come on. Got a 2 that time. Again, that's like the thing that annoys me with it, is that there's no indication as to, oh, because you got a 2 this time, you might get a 3 next time. And yeah, like there's no build-up of it. It's just random. Which is... I don't know, it's just frustrating. There we go. And that is all 3 of the Regis. Of all the Regis, which one's your favorite? I think a lot of people like Regi Steel and Regi Ice. The most... I feel like most people don't care for Regirock quite as much, but maybe that's just me. I think I always preferred Regi Ice over the other 2. I think they just look... I think Regi Ice just looks cooler, but... anyways. Show off all 3 of them. And yeah. That is it for this part, and I will see you guys in the next one.